Oh, Gossip Girl started playing.
Gossip Girl? Oh, like, oh, on the service.
Yes.
For the rating it has, I explained a lot more. Sorry, I thought this was 3 stars max. 3 stars is crazy. 3 stars is just... You're crazy.
Why are people forming opinions already?
Yeah, like, think about it. Sit with it a
Let
little
it
bit.
let it sit in. Yeah, yeah.
We don't gotta give ratings 2 seconds after a movie.
Jeez.
Even when I gave Longlegs 3 stars, I at least, like, waited an hour.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, even better than I remember it being, though. I hadn't seen it in, God, it's been like ages since I've seen this. I think this was my 3rd time watching it.
That was my first. It was pretty good.
I do have to rewatch Nope. I do want to rewatch Nope.
That really does make me want to watch more of his movies.
Yeah, so there's Us, and there's Nope.
There's like definitely like, you know, there's like some blind spots, I think, when it comes to like a first feature, but
yeah.
that was a really good first though. It was like easy to just be like, okay, there's ads everywhere, but
Yeah, I mean, had to
yeah, they had to make the money back.
get that shit off the ground somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's like an insane first. Nope is I think I really like I would really benefit from rewatching it just because like Nope is also like it has a lot of the same like just as like it's such a grand movie. Like there's so much cool shit going on in it.
Yeah.
Technically speaking. So I gotta rewatch that. And Us, yeah, I missed out on Us because I got sick one time, so I didn't end up seeing it. I need to rewatch Nope because I feel like I didn't fully get it on my first watch. No, that's how I felt because like I went with a huge group of people, and everybody said it was incredible, and it's just like I don't know, like I missed something. So I need to go back. Nope does not hit the same, but it's fire nonetheless. Yeah. Oh wow, Get Out has a 4.2 on Letterboxd. That's like fucking amazing.
I love the poster for Get Out.
Daniel Kaluuya is great. Love him.
Nick thought Long Legs was better than this, which whatever.
Nope is almost perfect to me. Yeah, I gotta rewatch. I do want to like that's the thing is I want to do more horror thriller movies on stream because I think this is like so fun. I get so
And October's coming up, like we're gonna go crazy.
yeah, because I get so immersed in them that I just genuinely like forget to talk, which is
I do love October.
Honestly is like the best. I can't defend Longlegs anymore knowing Nick defends it. Fuck, I don't know what that means.
What?
What is that about?
Oh my god.
Saw marathon? Like, yeah, here's the thing, right? We can like okay, here's the thing, right? If a little like every now and then when like a little fucking nudity slip happens here or there, like it's fine. Like it's good to know beforehand, but if it happens every now and then, like that's okay. We just don't want to like not respect that rule because then we'll be in trouble because you know all it takes is but if it comes to like gore, like we can I feel like we can show movie gore. Like there's no way you would get
because it's
banned
not
for
real
movie
gore.
No, exactly. Like if you can pull up the videos of fucking Trump's ear bleeding in real life, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like movie gore is fine.
No. Yeah, movie gore is totally fine.
because it's like it's movie
I
gore.
guess fake nudity is not fine, which is why people may think like fake gore isn't fine, but
It's crazy because in video games, if so, you can't play like sex games
yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitch. But if it's like Heavy Rain, for example, where at one point one of the characters uh was naked, that's like fine.
Yeah. It just can't be like under the prohibited games.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but
Yeah,
Batman is
but like so I say this just specifically because one time I got banned for showing a balloon shaped like a dick,
ah.
I guess. But it's probably like way relaxed now.
Let me log this shit.
Yeah, I don't this is one of a kind for me because I don't watch that much horror, so that was a very specific type of movie, I guess.
Yeah. It's yeah, I don't know. That's like one. You know what movie I really want to watch? Probably wouldn't do it on stream, but I want to watch The Silence of the Lambs
Me
so
too.
bad.
Me too.
Part of it is because Trump just like cannot stop bringing him up. The late great Hannibal Lecter, he just can't stop doing that. But second of all, so many of my friends have recently watched it, and they're all just like, "That movie is so fucking good."
I think a lot of people are comparing Longlegs to it. Is that what's happening too?
Really? Then I really got to watch it.
So yeah, so I'd like to watch that just to see what they mean by all that. I think it's just like it's a horror that's like very lingering, and that's where the scariness comes from.
You know,
Breaking Bad when? Yeah, when are you watching Breaking Bad?
um, Never a Clock.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's one of my favorite shows of all time, dude. It changed my life.
Yeah, man, I've watched through it twice, man. I've seen it more than you have. I'm a bigger
That's
Breaking
true.
Bad fan.
I watched The Fly again for some reason at some point.
Oh, really? Just like
Just seemed
randomly?
like its own episode. Yeah, I was like, it's just like a Tom and Jerry skit.
Um, but yeah, I want to do more horror, thriller. I do agree.
Actually, I think it might just been called Fly.
I do agree that the Fly episode is peak, and it's a shame that a loud minority.
I don't really. It's I think some like that is kind of fun to add in, and it adds a lot of
What's the point of a TV show if you don't do something like that?
yeah, exactly.
Like if we're watching a TV show, I want to get into every nook and cranny of like the character's psyche, especially if we're watching a show like Breaking Bad where we're watching like the psychological impact of one man's decisions just dragging everyone down, including himself. Like I just want to watch I want to see what it all boils up to, even if it's just him chasing a fly around for like a whole episode.
Yeah, and there's a start and end. Like you can't just skip it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's always like I don't know, like the first time I realized people did this was when I was like, what? A bunch of like Sopranos fans were talking about the show, and they were like, yeah, no, I skip like this episode when I rewatch. I'm like, I don't know, like, dude, even if I don't like the episode that much, I still watch it every time if I'm doing a rewatch. Like, I feel like I have to, and sometimes I'll watch an episode that I didn't like, and I'll be like, wait, I
You
actually
appreciate
like that.
different things from it.
Can y'all watch The Departed on stream? Microprocessors. I love The Departed. The Departed was in my top 4 at one point. One of my favorite Scorsese's.
I'll think a review at some point. I can't think of one right now. Can't put my
Sopranos
thoughts
is
into
so
words.
fucking boring. Oh,
Dude, it's
that's
kind of crazy that they're in your chat. You know, like they watch your streams and they think Sopranos is boring. Like that's kind of
that
the
is.
highest honor.
Wait, that's actually like. Oh my god. That's
You know what I mean?
incredible. Yeah, I know, like, I don't know, it's I do feel like the most basic white boy saying this every time, but like Sopranos and Mad Men, dude, holy fuck. It's crazy.
I started watching The Sopranos and then I think I fell off TV shows in general, and now I'm on my movie shit. But I'll hop back on.
I I go through the same phases. Like I still haven't finished Twin Peaks because I've just not been in my fucking TV show mode whatsoever.
Yeah,
And I'm literally maybe like 6 episodes away from finishing. Like I have nothing left. And I don't know. You
like
watch
the last full TV show I watched was fucking White Lotus. This was a while ago.
Oh yeah, that was ages ago. The new season's got to be coming out at least in like the next year.
Oh wait, no, I guess I meant The Bear, but
Oh right.
I that's kind of a rewatch, except for season 3.
I am gonna rewatch the latest Bear season at some point because
Look, we might watch it on stream in 6 months.
yeah, true. Because frankly, to me, more time passes, the more I'm like, that was actually like incredibly forgettable, which I understand comes
Mhm.
with what they were trying to do, but like it just really, I literally, like, I remember like little snippets here or there. I remember the first episode very well because I really love the first episode, but like it's the more time passes, the more I'm like, I can't remember much from it at all. You know, I can.
Unless they were very disconnected from what was going on, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Tina episode and the
yeah.
the hospital episode.
Because people were talking about this, but one of the writers who was like a big part of the prior seasons, there was like rumors going around that she wasn't really involved this season, and people were like speculating on some kind of like beef or whatever.
Oh.
And I'm like, if that's the case, then that's a really bad sign.
Yeah, yeah.
If one of the writers falls off, then that's like
That's some SpongeBob shit, dude.
I'm trying to remember who it was. But it's yeah, I don't know. Speaking of beef, have y'all seen the show Beef? Yeah, Beef was pretty good. I liked Beef. Beef was good. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those things where they said that they're gonna make another season. I was like, especially after they farmed all of like the miniseries Emmys and shit, I was like, it's kind of cheap. But
Severance mentioned, dude. During this movie, Get Out, I was thinking of Severance a little bit.
really,
Yeah, just some of the themes.
we
Not like, you know, very specific themes, but
should watch that on your stream.
we'll figure that out. Probably as soon as we once we know like when season 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
We won't watch season 2 on stream because it would be too new, but season 1, absolutely.
But yeah, what we were talking about earlier, like it's hard to explain how much comfort it brings me when I see Caroline go live.
Yeah.
And she's streaming a movie. I'm
Yeah.
like, we're not the only motherfuckers. And
Yeah,
Zoil too. Zoil does it.
Zoil started, yeah, and I mean the biggest one is Casey Tron just going to bed, just watching like, and then just playing 2 seasons of like a TV show while she's asleep.
There is like
I watched like so much of Love on the Spectrum, like at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It was like so good.
I think like a few thousand is fine for it, but I feel like as soon as if streamers with like 10K viewers start picking that shit up, then I feel like
Yeah, but you say that, but it started with XUC watching the entirety of like the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, and he left the VODs up, and no one, I feel like no one
well,
gave a fuck.
you need to look back at when Trainwrecks did it with Kitchen Nightmares and how he actually got a cease and desist. Like if big
That is
streamers
crazy.
if big streamers do it long enough, it will eventually bring attention. And then like it'll kind of be like what happened with YouTube with like anything bad that ever happened on that website where eventually if they like, because I mean right now like Twitch doesn't have to do anything about it because this at the end of the day currently it benefits them, you know what I mean? Like right now it's like, and I'm also like I don't really care to like I'm not going on some like, oh, big streamers shouldn't do it. I don't really care. If it ends, it ends, you know. I think this is like a fun era of Twitch, but I do think there will be a point where like it will like reach bigger attention. It's like, oh shit, man, there's a bunch of streamers watching shit constantly, and then they'll like figure out some system that just like is a lot more thorough for this.
Would be so funny in 50 years. It's just the same.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy. If I'm like 50 and I'm still like, hey, double feature, guys, double feature.
Dude, you're so young that in 50 years you're gonna be 50.
So yeah, I don't know. The way I just view it is like, let's just have fun while we can, and if it ends, it ends. Well, we have plenty of other shit to do.
Oh yeah, we've got Switch Sports.
Yeah, Switch Sports, Chain Together.
Yeah, true.
People will still tune into that 2 years from now.
And well, there's gonna be like like some filmmakers are gonna be like, oh my movie that I spent $600 on. I'd love for people to watch it on Twitch, and it's just the worst shit you've ever watched in your life.
Can you play Papa's again? Probably at some point. I'm really glad we did this though, because it was almost a single feature. Like I messaged Prezoh and I was like, yeah, maybe we'll just do a single feature. Like I don't know if I'm really feeling like going live. I don't know what that shit with the OBS crashing though is, because
yeah, that could have destroyed you for a second.
I'm just like, what I'm worried about is like, okay, is that like a problem I still have to fix, or is it just gonna go away? Like some computer problems, they'll fuck up your life for 2 days, and then your computer will be like, oh, never mind, man, I was just joking.
I guess we'll see.
Can you play?
Oh yeah, I guess I did just like watch the movie on my own.
Oh yeah, true. Are you done with sport?
We'll see.
I don't know if I'm done. I just like now it's been a while. I don't know if I'm like super motivated to go back. Because there's also just so many other games to play as well. But I feel like we did like a really good sports stream. So like even if I don't go back, like it was good.
It's good to go back to look back on.
Yeah, like we did like what, like a 6-hour stream. That shit was like awesome. Yeah, Resident Evil 7 probably over the next like 2 weeks. We'll do The Walking Dead 2 at some point as well. I like that art game you played yesterday. It was cool.
Yeah, I was too tired to like really give a The thing is, like, I was a little bit disappointed that it was in real painting.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh. So it kind of demoted. It made me like tired.
I was lurking though. I was playing this like newspaper tycoon game. It's called News Tower on Steam, and it's really good. It's about like running a newspaper in New York through like.
Tycoon games are fun, man.
They're so good, but they consume me, and then you get to a certain point in the game where like your production chain is like hard to keep up, and like everything's falling apart, and I get so sad because I'm like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Night in the Woods, is that the platformer? Because like a lot of tycoons on Roblox, it just feels like the longer you play it, it'll take harder to like, even like the kind of, I mean, I haven't played all of them, but like a lot of, even the advanced ones, it's like everything just takes more time, but there's really like no way to fail. But then you get like a fucking like, you get one from Steam and it's like, dude, they are fucking like, you really gotta like optimize shit. You gotta like think about everything, and I kind of love it, but also makes me sad when I fail miserably. Yeah, Night in the Woods. Overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have clips.
Oh yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
Shining was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. I'm not gonna lie, like I completely forgot about the bathtub scene. I watched it so long ago though. Like it must have been like 8 years ago.
Well, I knew about I knew that once the bathtub scene was gonna happen, I should hide my screen, but I didn't know there was gonna be like paintings of titties and stuff, and also the N-word. I didn't know that was gonna happen, and I don't think anybody in the chat knew until Sebelbaum mentioned it.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a crazy triple feature today, man.
Oh yeah.
King Richard, um, The Shining, Get Out.
God damn. Any of those? The first one you've never watched.
Yeah, the first one I never watched. Never thought I was gonna watch it. And then I honestly kind of like I might start doing this because okay, so what happened was I was watching the Olympics opening ceremony and then they played that movie after on the same channel. And I was like, okay, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it on the background and I just ended up watching it. But then I forget, like, if you watch a movie on TV, they run ad breaks.
Yeah.
And I got sick of it, so then I went and watched it elsewhere and continued off where I left off. And but I realized like I gotta just like do that every now and then where like if a TV channel's showing a movie, like I'll just be like, I'll watch this movie. Because that's what I used to do as a kid. That's how I used to watch most movies. Was just like I would get so hyped because at the start of the week they'd be like, oh, at Thursday, 10:30 p.m. we're gonna show this movie. And I was like, holy shit. And I would literally like I would literally like clear my schedule. I'd be like, all right, I gotta watch this shit.
Yeah.
But is King Richard worth a watch? It's like it's not a bad movie by any means. It's like it has heart. It's like a sweet movie. It does like and it does shed light on like the very interesting story of the Williams family. So it's like, but it is, you know, there's parts where like I was watching it and I was like, this whole score sounds like it's so like auto-generated. It's like the most generic shit I've heard of all time. And also there were a lot of like, because it is Oscar bait at the end of the day, it was like there were a lot of like inspirational speeches and then they would play the same like fucking inspirational score and it'd be like, okay, we get it. So, you know, it was worth a watch. Like I said in my review, it's like a perfect movie where like if your mom says like let's watch a movie, just throw that shit on and your mom will be like, dude, that was such a great movie. You know what movie I almost suggested for today?
What?
I almost suggested Joker because I was like, I want to rewatch it so bad. Like I want to.
That would be kind of crazy.
I want to rewatch it so bad because the second one's coming out later this year, and it would just be like a funny fucking movie to watch.
Yeah, let's do that next time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a long movie, yeah.
Pretty long, yeah. Hold on, let me see. That's the movie where I went to see with my mom, and I was shocked when we walked out of the theater, and she was like, "That was incredible." I was like,
"Oh no, it's just 2 hours."
Oh yeah. Because
yeah, I'd be down.
When I first saw it, I really liked it, but it was because I hadn't seen a lot of movies, and then I watched every movie that people said it was ripping off, and then I was like, "Oh my god." It literally just does rip off all these movies. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think I liked it I think I saw it in the movie theater. That was a while ago, man. It was pre-COVID.
Like even Joaquin Phoenix's performance is literally basically his character from The Master. Like everything is just like when they were making.
I want to watch Her.
Oh my god, dude, Her is an interesting one because number one, I've only ever watched it when I've been in like insane emotional distress, but also because I feel like it'd be so insane to watch now that we're like reaching a point where like artificial intelligence is everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like it gives like the movie like a whole different vibe. Because when I used to watch it, I was like, "Oh, that's crazy, dude! Imagine." It's Joker
Way
like
to win.
Taxi Driver. A lot of people drew comparisons to Taxi Driver, but like I would say the movie that it rips off the most is King of is it Kings of Comedy or King of Comedy? What is it? It's King of Comedy, right? Yeah. Like it really.
Bro, the only movie I watched in April was Cats and Dogs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's so fucked up. I guess we didn't. I guess maybe I probably didn't log anything that we watched together.
I watched fucking Being John Malkovich, which is an insane movie. And then I watched Adaptation, which is like Charlie Kaufman is insane because Adaptation is a movie that was he wrote about himself trying to adapt this book about flowers and he had this crazy writer's block. So then he just ended up writing a movie about how he was trying to write a movie about this book. And it's the concept of it is so insane and I feel like it's something that's so hard to pull off. But then, you know, it like ties into Being John Malkovich because he like it's like basically directly about his life after it, I think. The writer's life. So it's like, I don't know. And that made me realize because a lot of the time like I've had a lot of criticism towards films that like kind of rely on like meta shit, like movies that love referencing movies and being like, guys, we're a movie. But like
Yeah.
Adaptation did it so perfectly where I was like, no, actually I don't hate that at all. I just hate it when like cheap ass like Ryan Reynolds movies do it. Or like The Fall Guy. Like that I hated that.
Oh, I need to piss. I'm gonna piss.
Go piss, girl.
Thanks.
Deadpool call out. Oh yeah, the new Deadpool is out. I've been seeing my oomps give pretty horrible ratings to it. And then one person I follow got rated by like the you just hate fun people, which I don't know. That argument is always funny to me because like fun is also subjective, to be fair. Because that's what some people said to me about The Fall Guy. It's like, oh man, like you're just too serious about movies, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? I love a movie that gets weird and funny. I just thought The Fall Guy was a massive bore. Like I was at least hoping to go into The Fall Guy and I'd be like, like, ooh, this is like cheap and silly, but like I halfway through The Fall Guy, I was just sitting there and I started texting Nick. I was like, I need this movie to end. I never texted this in the movie theater, but like what that movie, I was like, I need to do something. Like I'm losing my fucking mind. Like I'm going fucking crazy. So yeah, like it's so hit or miss for me. A lot of like big budget comedies and shit, they're so hit and miss for me. Even the ones that like get praised, because a lot of it is just like, I don't know, they're kind of struggling to do something original. It feels like every joke you've heard like a million times in another movie. What about 21 Jump Street? 21 and 22 Jump Street are fucking hilarious. Like some of my favorite comedies, I think. Seriously, like I think I haven't watched them in a while, but
Oh, it's been so long
so long since what?
since I've watched. I think the first.
Yeah, no, I've seen those movies maybe like 8 times in my life. I was obsessed with them when I was a teenager. Cuz it's kind of crazy. It's ballsy to make a sequel to a comedy because a lot of times it just does not come out right, but like
I think I watched it in 2012.
damn.
And that's it. Yeah. Because I only watched it one time, and I think I watched it in theaters.
Yeah, those were around the times where Channing Tatum was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I also really love She's the Man. She's the Man is one of my favorite comedies as well.
Oh yeah. Did I watch that on stream or was that something else?
I think you did watch it on stream. I remember you mentioning that. I just feel like nowadays when I recommend She's the Man to people, I just say like, yeah, it's a pretty funny movie, man. Because when I first found this movie, I was so obsessed with it that I kept doing that thing where I was like, dude, it's so funny. It's like one of the funniest movies I've ever watched in my life. And they come back and be like, yeah, it was alright, man. And then the first time I told someone, I was like, it's pretty funny. Like, you should watch it. They were like, dude, that shit was amazing.
Yeah.
So I need to lower the expectations
Oh yeah.
for when I send people in, because it's also been happening to me a lot. You know, like Long Legs, people were saying craziest movie of all time. Didn't work.
I
for
didn't
me.
hear anything about Long Legs. I didn't even know there was that much hype behind it. I hadn't seen any of it, so I was surprised to know that it was actually this like huge thing that people were talking about.
By the time that I went to see it, I had seen so many mixed things. I was just in like the first 2 weeks, everybody was going crazy about it, and then like I really don't think it's a bad movie. I just think
I think the first 25 minutes is so good,
absolutely.
but it didn't for me anyway. It didn't go where I don't know. It didn't go anywhere for me.
I am going to we are going to do Ice Age movie night at some point. Ice Age used to be one of my
Oh,
favorite
I'm so
movies.
down. Yeah, I'm so down.
I love Ice Age. Just as a word of warning, like a lot of people react this way when they watch the first Ice Age. They're like, "This movie's so ugly." Yeah, it's a bit of a, it's a bit
That's
of an.
not like that's not what you watch it for, you know.
No, exactly. Like it did happen to me too as well when I revisited it for the first time in like 10 years. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like the technology was not there yet for them, but the movie is so funny. It's great. I used to be so obsessed with Ice Age. Like I think
Did
Ice
you watch
Age.
Kinds of Kindness?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
I need to see it.
Yeah, I'm interested in knowing what you would think.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It's well, I'm not gonna say more than that, but I did.
Okay.
I did. It's definitely like I you know like I was told beforehand like yeah some people like just like leave in the middle, like people will probably leave, and then it ends up like there was like barely anyone in the theater. There was just like these like very enthusiastic Yorgos fans behind us
Mm,
that would laugh at like everything and would like talked about like so many movies prior, and I was like holy shit man, we got some fucking film lovers behind us. But
yeah.
I liked it. It was a very you know, it was very entertaining.
Trying to think what like my favorite movie of this year is, and I think it would have to be Challengers.
It's so good. I've only watched it once though.
The whole time I was watching King Richard, I was like, because they obviously had some tennis sequences, and I was like, there was one where I was a little bit at the edge of my seat, but I was like, ah, oh, man, no. Challengers, the way they portrayed tennis was just fucking.
And the music and the shots, like there's just so much.
The
And like
music, yeah.
I've come around to like the, you know, the two guys. Like I kind of hated the two dudes
Yeah.
in general. And for me like I don't know, like everything else kind of brought it together, but now I'm like kind of I think because I've seen interviews, I'm like I'm more attracted to them.
Yeah, yeah. No,
In like a not gay way, but in a, you know, I want to watch them on screen again type of way.
no, I mean, like as cliche as it is to say, is like that movie really is like a bisexual's dream. Like
Oh yeah.
it is just like incredible to watch. It's fucking mind blowing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that many movies that have come out this year because I've just been like I've been trying to hit so many movies off my list of like from previous years and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what's a cute movie that you should watch?
Yeah.
Minari.
Minari.
That movie is. I need to rewatch it as
Minari.
well. Incredible score. Beautiful. Brought me to
Oh
tears.
wow. I wrote it right. I guess it's very simple. Watch listed.
Minari's great, really good. There's like like every now and then some part of like a film score will go viral on TikTok, and it kind of cheapens it because you hear it 1,000 times a day. It happened with Minari, and the score is so incredible that I still don't give a fuck. And
Oh hell yeah.
If Beale Street Could Talk, that also had one that same guy for If Beale Street Could Talk, same guy that did the score for Moonlight and Succession.
Ooh.
There was a track off that.
I didn't know if that like they Moonlight and Succession shared a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Nicholas Bertel, he's fucking insane. Let me see
I
what.
might is it fucked up for me to like once I'm out of this call, I might try to find a movie to watch.
I think that's beautiful. I think that's bringing a tear to my eye.
Awesome, because I think I'm gonna be really busy tomorrow.
I got like, I've been so busy recently, but like now, next week I still got a bunch of shit I got to do. But like now I got a week or two where I got less shit to do, and I'm gonna be fucking enjoying it. I'm gonna be enjoying it.
I will full transparency, man. I am just very just like impatient with the unpaid intern motherfuckers. I don't know where that's going, and I just need to know, man. I need to know so I know how fucked my year is. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're still waiting for them to like tell you when the next thing is happening,
Yep.
right? Yeah, no, that's.
Yup.
I think that's understandable, because that's like that does take like up a big portion of your time. So basically, what
It's
you're.
my summer, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna I wanna do shit.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
it's. I mean, I hope you find out soon.
yeah, me too.
It's
But
it's.
after this, should I watch how long is Boogie Nights?
Oh, Boogie Nights is long. Boogie Nights is like
I'll
two and
watch
a half hours.
Ooh, I'll watch a shorty.
Let me look at my 5 stars and see like the shorter films. See if I can give you a recommendation. Sort by.
Okay, I might watch Lady Bird.
Oh, I haven't watched Lady Bird in ages.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, that's good. Francis Ha as well. Also.
Wait, what was that?
Francis Ha. That's also a great movie. Also has Lady Bird's directed by Greta Gerwig, and then Francis Ha stars Greta Gerwig, and also
Okay.
yeah. Um. Also, completely like. This is a recommendation for anyone. Um. Very like Nick gave me this recommendation. I'm so glad because this movie is beautiful. Paddleton is
Mm.
an incredible movie. It moved me in a like totally unexpected way. It is a movie that is, I don't know, it's such a beautiful portrayal of friendship, but it's also just like, I don't know, it took me like for a total roller coaster. So it's
89 minutes.
this movie is like insane. It like generated an insane obsession for me with Mark Duplass, and Ray Romano's in this too, and it's so random that he's in
Mm.
this, but he's so good in it.
Damn, all right.
I think it's on Netflix for anyone that if anyone at any point needs like a short movie to watch. That one's. I might actually rewatch it soon. I really want to rewatch it. It reminded me of. I think it really made me tear up because it really reminded me of friendship that I have, and I was just like, even when like the movie wasn't sad, I was just crying because I was like, holy shit, dude! Like friends are beautiful. um,
Ray Romano is one of the nicest, insanely rich people I've met.
holy shit, you've met Ray Romano?
Jesus.
What is this, Dee Dee? This looks awesome. What is this? For anyone who's ever been a teenager.
That's me.
In 2008, during the last month of summer before high school begins, an impressionable 13-year-old Taiwanese American boy learns what his family can't teach him: how to skate, how to flirt, and how to love your mom.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's gonna That's gonna fuck my life up.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. DD.
God, I love movies, dude.
All right, well, I've added shit, I missed it. Watch list. Paddleton, Francis Ha, Minari.
Oh yeah, those are peak.
Beach Rats. Beach Rats.
Also, Beach Bum.
Beach Bum.
For keeping it beach themed with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, it's 2 words. Man, they were like, there's a user called Beach Rats. Like the fuck?
Did you ever consider watching Jackie Brown on stream? I know there's one sex scene, but you could easily just not show it. I would actually be down for Jackie Brown. I love Jackie Brown. It's probably one of my favorite Tarantino movies. I haven't watched it in ages, but I went through like a very common route, which was the first director where I binged every movie was Tarantino. I still have never seen Kill Bill 2, which I need to get on that. It's just what happened was I watched all Tarantino's and then I just started watching a lot of other movies and I just never ended up going back to Tarantino a lot.
I have a lot of Tarantino to catch up on. It there, I have there's like one that he doesn't consider one of his movies, but it's pretty good. But I forget what it's called.
Death Proof, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Death Proof.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I watched that with Young Daddy and it was really good.
Is it called Death Proof or am I making that
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah. I'm so bad with like movie names. Like I could never be that guy where it's like this guy can name every movie. Like I will love a movie and then I'll be like, what's it called?
No, I'm bad with titles. Like I'm bad with song titles. Like I don't even know. Like sometimes people will ask me what my like favorite Carly Rae Jepsen song is, and I like can't even tell it.
No, yeah, same. And also with like characters in movies, I'll just be like I'll just use the actor's name. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then Robert Pattinson goes to this place, and I can't believe it.
That's what I felt so stupid talking about challengers because I was like, oh yeah, the 2 guys in the movie.
Yeah. I need like there's this I think it's public information now, but there's a Michael Fassbender some like mini series being made in Estonia.
Oh.
My cousin told me about it like a few months ago because he's working on it, and I'm like I've no fucking clue what the fuck this shit's about. But you know, since it's in Estonia, I gotta see. It's called The Agency.
Okay.
And Michael Fassbender plays someone called Martian. And Richard Gere's in it. Oh shit, and Jeffrey Wright? Okay. You're a Nepo cousin? Yeah. Just like Prezoh.
Who I forget what he did in the whatever movies we watched.
You know what's a crazy movie that Caroline Kwan watched on stream?
What?
Apollo 13. Like when I clicked on her stream and she was watching, I was like, holy shit. I used to watch this movie like every year when I was a kid. I don't know why. It was just always on TV. I used to watch it every fucking year. And I kind of like completely forgot about it. But it's about the Apollo mission that like got to the moon, but then they couldn't land, so they just like orbited it and left.
Oh.
Tom Hanks is in it. And the guy
should I watch this?
You probably should watch it at some point.
By the way, Caroline Kwan, she's like when I met her, I didn't know who she was, and she didn't know who I was at all. But she was like the sweetest person ever, and she like, I don't know, she was like I fell in love with her.
Oh, that's nice.
That was in like 2020, fucking 2 or 3.
I didn't watch a lot of them, but I really loved Will Neff's movie nights that he did, because he's like a very knowledgeable guy about cinema, and he would actually like, he did what I can't. Like I do.
Yeah.
I used to just put like, there were movies that I just didn't want to watch on stream because I was like, man, chat's annoying. But now I'm like kind of trying to do that more, because I'm like, okay, the more you do this, the more chat like chills the fuck out.
Yeah.
But like I'm not good at like, all right, let's all sit down and like discuss this movie like front to back.
Dude, Ingrid, you hate on like the most random shit. You gotta let people hate on the most random shit too, okay?
No, that is true. That is true. Chat was annoying today. Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I don't look at chat enough to be annoyed, I guess.
Yeah, true. I wasn't like. I just the Windows shit.
There was the Windows shit, but like I'm make a couple jokes out of it, and then Booty Lips gets banned, and then we're chilled.
Yeah, I think that as well. I just I think it becomes like a snowball effect where there's people being annoying, and then there's people freaking out about people being annoying, and then like,
I did look at chat, and then I saw so many people just complaining about chat, and I was like, well, this is all I've seen so far about
yeah
about the Windows meme.
Like that's where it that's where it kind of like goes out of control a little bit.
So like I don't know, but like now don't complain about the people complaining. Like it's just like it's an endless cycle. But
yeah.
you know,
Sometimes it happens though. A bunch of people get together to watch a movie. It happens.
yeah, you just gotta like if shit annoys you, you just gotta like pretend it doesn't exist a little bit.
It's like how like random people used to come into this chat and say like the most edgy garbage of all time, and then my whole chat would just halt.
Oh yeah,
I'd be like,
that still happens.
Yeah.
That still happens.
I guess I just don't notice it much anymore. I do kind of.
Well, it happens in my chat, but because like especially like when I'm doing something that chat doesn't talk much with, like speed running pretty much. Like people may not talk for like a good like 20 seconds, but if someone's annoying, then the whole chat is like, shit, this has been on the screen for a long time, bro.
Yeah, I guess
know.
like I do have an aversion to the ums and the uhs just because like they are not contributing very much at all, except for like this like collective chat panic. Like this isn't doing much. I don't really care for it as much in the context of like a movie because it is like a reaction. It's like, oh, okay, this character did something crazy. Let me like put that in the chat. But like sometimes I'm just like, oh, dude, this like just like I don't know, like this really. I don't think it happens in this context as much anymore, but it definitely used to be like a kind of like, oh, I gotta like let the people know, like, oh, I don't agree with this. I'm gonna put an in the chat, which is at that point I was like, this is so fucking stupid and performative. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I do think it's gone better. Like, it's never gonna be perfect, but I think we as a chat, we're all out here, man. We're growing, we're learning. I'm learning, you're learning. We're all we're all developing human beings. So I don't really care that much.
And I do think it's like a bit of a miracle to have like 500 people watching a stream, and like it's not total chaos all the time. Like we don't have like every time there's a ban that's like kind of like it's a bit of an event.
Yeah, that is true.
That
is true.
Especially when we're watching a movie and shit. Like that's kind of crazy.
Absolutely true. I don't know. I think yeah, I guess it's more likely also to happen during movie nights because more people show up for movie nights. So it's just people that like are not here every day. And those people will always kind of get a little bit crazier as well. But I don't know, like overall, because we used to do these like post fucking movie night chatter talks a lot. I think the chat's in a good place overall. Like I'm pretty happy with it, I think, for the most part. So
yeah, spoilers pretty suck. Pretty suck. Yeah, suck.
The spoilers. That's why like every movie night I try to kind of be like, all right, guys, let's all like contain our excitement, because I think nobody does it out of purpose ever. It's literally I literally just think it's just full excitement, being like, oh fuck, I love this movie. Like I need to interact. I need to say whatever. So
I think the worst, and like this is kind of no one's fault, because we are streamers and we talk during a movie, and if we talk during like a really good line, it's like I'm not gonna go back and like pretend as if like it hits as hard. Like my ass had to like go back 20 seconds to like pretend as if like this is like.
No, I feel that. I feel that. Like it happens sometimes, man. Random gleeks
But
hopping into chat were so weird about spoilers. I think the Glee streams have been interesting because also it has every now and then it'll attract a chatter where I'm like, you're so fucking annoying. Like, why are you even here? And it's always a chatter that's just it's like no, but it's like not anyone that would watch me normally. It's just like a person that pulled up.
yeah.
It's kind of like there were like I don't know, man. Like there were points. There were a couple times during Glee nights where even as a joke, like I did, like picking your favorite Glee character at this point is like, it's they're all basically like fucking horrendous human beings, right? Like you can't pick a single one without like, kind of knowing that like they're basically all like war criminals at this point. Like they're all like
it's like voting.
We're all kind of watching it with the same purpose of like this show is entertaining because these are all terrible people. Now some of the writing I do think is valid. Fucking it's totally valid to be criticized because I think there is writing in that show that is just very clearly lazy and says a lot about some of the writers. But I would not have watched 3 seasons of Glee if I didn't enjoy just like watching these horrible people fucking destroy each other.
Can someone give Ingrid like a compilation of like the worst things that Rachel Berry has done or said?
That's the funny thing about Rachel is like her like crimes are not as bad as anyone else's. She's just kind of like endlessly insufferable. Like she doesn't have any like can I be honest? At the end of like the last Glee night, I don't know what was happening. I was kind of like the more she's doing this, the more I'm kind of like, you know what, dude? I'm like kind of like fucking with this. Like she is just so horrendously obnoxious that I respect it, honestly. Like it's crazy. There was a point where it started clicking in my head and I was like, you know what, dude? I'm like kind of starting to like side with her a little bit because I'm like, dude, this is like this is like
I haven't watched anything that makes me hate her, so I've seen Kurt be a little weird.
Yeah, the Kurt fucking cheating arc. I will, like, people have been asking me to do a Glee tier list, and I'll do a Glee tier list when we do the stream where we go through all the random episodes, which will be the last Glee stream that we do.
Mm-hmm.
But I find the writing in that show so funny, and it's honestly part of the reason why I love Finn so much, and also like I guess at first why I adopted Finn was because I just read a lot into the actor and it made me really sad. He seemed like I like did a lot of reading on him and it was just like it really just broke my heart, to be honest with you. But then like as I watched the character, I was like, it's honestly hilarious rooting for this character because he will have really genuine and tender moments, but then because the writers are so fucking lazy and they need like drama, the way that they just flip a character in an instant and they will make him do something so out of character for no reason, just because they're like, we need like some kind of like moral of the story for this episode. This character's got to like, it happens so much with Finn that it's honestly hilarious. Like he will change in the fucking flip of a switch and he'll do like something so out of pocket that is just insane. Yeah, him outing Santana, the whole arc with like Quinn being in a wheelchair and him trying to pull her out of it in the middle of the prom is like the most insane shit. Like he turns into like a 4-year-old immediately. Like, oh, you were lying to us. Like no critical thinking skills whatsoever, and it is so fucking funny. So it's like, and also some of the arcs that they write for him where they like make him do this horrendous shit. Some of them you expect like at the end of the episode he's gonna be like, I was wrong. That just doesn't happen. He does something crazy, and then by the end of the episode, the fucking end theme credits song comes on, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So he just did that shit and nothing happened? And then for 6 episodes, he'll just be like he'll spend episodes being like one of the most rational people, and then again out of nowhere. And it's so funny. But yeah, I would say Kurt is also one of my favorite characters, just because there's actually like very, there's great emotional moments to Kurt that I'm actually like, this is great writing. But I also think he's just a great character. So yeah, I don't know. Do you have a favorite
Yeah.
character, Prezo, in the limited time that you've watched?
No, literally, like just Sue.
Yeah.
Just because she's very like she's very like you know what to expect from her, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's like Jane Lynch's. That's like the role of her lifetime. Like I'm
Oh
not.
yeah.
I'm not saying she won't do anything else great, but like it's one of those things. It's literally kind of like Tony Soprano, where it's a role that is just like so perfect that
Yeah.
it's crazy. I also like, I don't know. I think Will Schuester is such a fucking bizarre character, and I at first I was the first like season or two I was really trying to understand if the show was like genuinely trying to make him be a good guy. And then the more it went on, the more I was like, no, I think this show is like actually kind of okay with him being a piece of shit. Because there were parts in the first season or two where Will Schuester would do something insane, and then at the end of the story, like he would be the guy that would give like the moral of the story speech, where he'd be like, "Guys, we can't do this. We're all minorities. We're in the Glee Club, or whatever." Fuck. But then I realized like, no, like I think the show's like pretty comfortable with him being like weird and shitty.
Yeah. Who's he played by?
God knows, but
Okay.
someone mentioned that that role was written for Justin Timberlake, which
Oh.
makes sense. Like he kind of is like a Justin
Yeah, it
Timberlake,
fits.
Matthew Morrison. Has he ever been in anything else?
He was like in a fucking Tim Hortons ad or something.
I'm looking at this IMDb.
Literally nothing else, man.
No, yeah, this is crazy. This is actually insane. Like there is
What to expect when you're expecting.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, he was in Dan in Real Life, the movie with Steve Carell. He was policeman. And he was the Grinch in the Grinch musical TV movie with a 3.7 on IMDb.
That's pretty good. So you think you can dance?
Did you ever watch Dancing with the Stars as a kid?
No, not really. Like I knew it was on. I've seen it with my eyes. But no.
The Estonian version of that show was huge here. Everybody was seated.
What was the fucking UK version? It was strictly some
Is it like Strictly Dancing or
something like that.
Strictly Come Dancing?
Yeah. Like I know that's kind of big.
They always gotta like change up the name a little bit to be like, hey guys, we're British.
Yeah.
We're British, guys.
Wasn't what the fuck did like Claudia Winkleman do?
One song that I've never one show that I've never understood is The Masked Singer.
Oh yeah. No, I've never watched that.
Because that also now got made into an Estonian one too, and everyone is like going crazy about it, being like, "Oh my god!"
People
man.
do love like a faceless person. Ghibli.
Yeah, that is true. They should get Chibli on there, and then he takes his mask off, and there's just no head.
The blue blob.
Wait, so what is the in the Masked Singer? Do they sing?
They all have COVID. Oh.
Do they sing, or do they actually sing? They sing. What if they're a really bad singer? Like, wouldn't that give it away immediately? I'd be like, dude, that's Chibli. Nah, Chibli's a beautiful singer. Did y'all have the celeb impersonation show where they would dress up as celebs and sing their songs in Estonia too? Yes, and then they did blackface. And it was like the media called it out, And then the Estonians were like, "Oh, you guys need to stop importing American shit. Like, it's not offensive here." I'm like, bro, even if some fucking universe that argument made sense, you are impersonating an American celebrity. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is not some like random importation of that shit. It is like you're literally disrespecting the person that you're trying to pay homage to. Like, it's like the worst shit of all time. But I think that's like it's literally like every European country that has that show, they all have like a blackface scandal, and I just like I don't know why they do it. They're fucking idiots. Ken Jeong walks off set after Rudy Giuliani revealed on The Masked Singer. Oh, I remember this.
Ken Jeong walks off set.
No, that's awesome though. Fuck Rudy Giuliani, dude. Jesus Christ. It's fucking insane to just like put him on there.
God damn.
Robin Thicke walked out too. Yeah, Robin Thicke should walk out and then go straight into a jail cell.
Dude, I think I'm gonna go. Because
Yeah,
I think I want to squeeze a movie in.
Yeah, squeeze a movie in. I'm gonna end stream.
All right.
Thanks for watching these films with me, man.
Of course, man. It was actually like it was such a good movie night. Again, man, it doesn't, you know, fucking movie nights go crazy.
Yeah, they're really fun. I enjoyed them. Are you gonna watch Lady Bird?
I think I might, yeah.
Woo!
Cause I've got my Doritos. Like, fuck, man. What the fuck else am I gonna do with them?
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited to see your review. I'm gonna be refreshing Letterboxd every second after the stream.
Okay, don't do all that. Okay, what if I fucking hate it? I give it 1 star. That would be crazy, actually. Like, that would be insane.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, so like I can't like defend it that hard, but you know, I'd be like, oh really? Fascinating.
All right. Love you, man.
Love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Chances are probably no stream tomorrow, but after that, except for when I have to go home, which I'll only be away for a day, but it's still like a fucking day trip and shit, so I probably won't be live that day. But after tomorrow, streams are gonna be more consistent again. I've been skipping some days because I've just had so much to do, and I've kind of been struggling to balance streaming in my life. But next like 2 weeks, I'm locking the fuck in. Gonna be streaming a lot. And then at one point there'll be like another like I'll stream, but like I'll skip a few days because James is coming to Estonia at some point in August. So during that I'm gonna take some days off to fucking show him around and shit. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye. No, I'm not gonna stream with him. He doesn't really like streaming anymore, so